Hello. Thank you for joining us in this new year, 2018. Can you believe we have already celebrated New Year's?
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, and welcome to Perry Proud here in Perry, Georgia. Actually, we are at the top level of the Perfect Pair, one of our sponsors for this program, in conjunction with ComSouth Channel 100. And we certainly do appreciate their sponsorship and their support. We are in our second year of the Perry Proud Show. That is an amazing accomplishment for the Chamber, and we're very excited about that.
Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Today, I am very pleased to welcome some guests that I know the community are very familiar with. We have Kevin and Laurie Clotfelter. Many of you probably remember Kevin and his work here in our community and for our country as Colonel Clotfelter. Thank you again for your service to our country for 26 years,
yes,
right?
Ma'am. Yes, ma'am. And thank you.
Well,
it was a fast run, but a great run, and it's a privilege to have served.
Well, and thank you too, Laurie. Service to our country does not stop at the airman or the service person. We do know that it is your whole family that sacrificed for us, and that is a gratitude that our whole country is indebted forever for.
Thank you.
So tell me, during your service to the country, you were here in Houston County for 20 years. You've been in Houston County for 20 years.
Yes,
so
ma'am.
A good part of your service was with Robins Air Force Base, right?
That's correct.
What were your roles there?
I was a flyer for the whole time. When we first moved to the area, we were flying the B-1 bomber.
Wow.
And so I was a navigator or a weapons systems officer. And then for the last 12 years, we were in the JSTARS mission. I was a navigator on that aircraft as well. I served the last 7 or 8 years in command of a squadron or group or wing. And so there towards the end, it was more administrative role, but it was always in the flying business.
And that JSTAR, real quickly, that is such a neat unit that is here at Robins Air Force Base. It is joint stars,
Right.
Meaning that there are 5 services.
It's Air Force, Air National Guard, and Army, and so that's the joint mission.
That's where the joint comes. So, we talk about regionalism here in Houston County and in particular, but all across Middle Georgia. Well, even with our military service, there is regionalism and there are joint missions.
That's right.
And that makes us stronger as a nation. So, well, you chose to stay in Houston County. Thank you for that. You could have retired and I'm sure gone back to home or made other choices, but we love to have our servicemen and women that come to Robins and serve our country through that depot to choose to stay here because they make great citizens. And so tell us, Kevin and Laurie, what are you doing now in our community? I know that your community service love has now had time to grow and that you're serving us in a new way. So let's go ahead and jump into that and tell me about your organization.
Why don't you answer?
Well, we have started a 501c nonprofit ministry called Living Water Ministries of Perry. And what our hope is to reach people in the community and anywhere really that would reach out to us to help them along their faith walk, to make it relevant to them, real and relevant and part of their normal everyday life. Because we know as a couple, we've been married over 30 years, having our faith has helped us with each other, with our marriage, with our relationships with other people, and in every walk of our life. So we're hoping through this ministry effort to help make that real for people and not just something that you talk about or read about or say that you do, but something that you actually live.
Well, I was reading in the read ahead, and let me tell you, when you know that you're going to have a former military leader as a guest, they send you a read ahead, and so you get a really good bit of information. I'm like, wow, this is awesome. I need some lessons from that. But some of the things that I was very impressed with Obviously, yes, it is faith-based, and that is so important for people to have their faith and something to grasp onto. And I'm sure in military service, y'all had to reach out to that many times.
Absolutely.
You in the moment,
Absolutely.
you not knowing where you might be, I cannot imagine. But looking at your read ahead with Living Water Ministries, I want to say that again, and I want to get back to your name on that. But you work with people to help them set priorities in decision making that affect their family and their livelihood.
That's right.
But the practical life skills, I thought that was so important. I think a lot of people lose connecting their faith with their practical life and their livelihood, like you had mentioned. So can you go into that a little bit further? In the balanced rhythm, I love
Sure.
that phrase. I'm like, I need that. I need balanced rhythm. So how are you doing this?
Well, it's really introducing people to practical ways that, in our faith is Christian faith, practical ways that they can practice on a daily basis, not just on a Sunday for a particular hour, but it's things like knowing how to set aside time to read the Bible, to have a prayer time, to care about others and be stewards and through giving, through service to their community and maybe their local faith gathering church or the like. But it's trying to integrate it into your daily life to restore, peace, have great relationships, and just to kind of develop a little bit of the rhythm. We're all meant to have a rhythm. We have activities that involve our faith, our work, our families, our leisure.
Right.
But something as simple as setting aside time to get rest. We burn the candle pretty much at both ends today.
Yes.
We're 24/7 connected with some kind of electronic device, and sometimes we just need to set aside time to reflect, to set high priorities, maybe not to be interrupted by things that I call the tyranny of the urgent, but they're really not that important. They can wait for a little bit, and so really it's just having a time to be with the Lord in your way, and set high priorities and goals for our life.
Well, it sounds, when I was reading through as well, it sounds like you are bringing it all together almost like a faith-based, it is Christian faith-based with your ministry, life coaching.
That's right.
I love that you offer a one-on-one, and you're very upfront that you're not trying to take anybody out of their place of worship.
That's right.
You're wanting to dovetail and support that.
Encourage them in that.
Because a lot of times you can get lost
Yeah.
in big group settings.
That's right.
So I think what y'all are bringing to the table for the community is very vital, very important. Trying to, and you were preaching to the choir there. I know that you're also a pastor, and I'm sitting there going, I grew up in a church where the pastor would say the hit dog hollers, because if you shoot amongst a whole pack of dogs for any reason, only the one that gets hit will holler. Well, you were hitting me there a little bit to slow down and take that moment. We're coming off the holiday season,
Right.
and we're in January of a new year, and the holidays
Right.
are one of the worst times.
It is.
And isn't that's almost backwards?
Yeah.
We should take time to
Yeah,
reconnect.
for some people who they've lost loved ones or have had tragic things, especially the Christmas holiday can be a very sad time.
Correct.
But yet, with a new year, we have an opportunity to set, not just the resolutions, but to maybe try something different, reestablish what's important in our lives. Laurie and I are talking about, different vocations. If you think about it, just about every job that's done out there, there's some kind of apprenticeship that
Right.
occurs. There's some kind of training that everybody gets for a while before you're skilled or you're turned loose to be expected to be able to, perform. And sometimes in our faith, I think we really don't do a great job of mentoring, coaching, and that apprenticeship method. we have a lot of resources at our disposal, but sometimes we treat it almost like it's a self-help and just rely on the person to kind of figure it out for themselves. I don't think we intend on it being that way,
Right.
But it just sort of happens. And I love the outdoors, and I only recently started something, like turkey hunting in the less than 10 years. I just didn't do that. I know there's a lot of turkey hunters out there,
Yes.
but I just didn't do it as an adult until the last couple of years. And so I went out to a sporting goods place locally and got all the equipment, but just because I had the equipment did not make me a turkey hunter.
That's true.
And so I had a really good church friend who took me out, and he told me to watch and do everything that he told me to do, and all I was supposed to do really is to be still and hold the gun. Well, the next time we went out, he wanted me to do things, and he was going to watch me do them and correct me and tell me when to call, when not to. And then the next time we went out, I did it all, and he just kind of went along. And before you know it, I was going by myself. Before you know it, I was taking somebody out with me and showing them as well. And that's really just, it's a simple analogy, but that's really what we're talking about is bringing a friend along, or friends, and just sharing with each other and letting them hear from you and you share with them about how you practice your faith. And these are just really classic, we call them disciplines, spiritual disciplines, and really it's kind of like going to the gym. They're basic exercises is really what we're talking about.
Right. Well, you hit a very good point. In every part of our lives, we are human beings, and we are meant to interact, and we are meant to, I believe, serve others and find your place wherever that is. And the happiest you will ever be is when you find that place where you really have a passion for it.
That's right.
As we were taught as we were young children, find something you love and you'll never work a day.
That's right.
I've been very blessed. I love what I do, and it's a lot of commitment, but it doesn't really feel like work. So it seems like your ministry is helping people find their passion, find their center, find their grounding.
Right. Their identity.
Their identity, have strength in it, confidence in it, and then the other pieces will start correcting if there's correcting needing, or growing stronger, and then they're just going to be even better in every aspect. I love that you speak of ministering to marriages.
Yeah.
And congratulations on your long-standing marriage. That is quite an accomplishment and something to be proud of. And you welcome any faith, anyone of any faith, to reach out to you for help. But they are here to help you. They are here to help our community and help us to grow. We have a saying at the Perry Chamber and in our community, Perry Proud. And, nothing is better than being proud of where your life is going as a person. And thank you for being willing to stay in our community and help those that have a need. How can somebody reach you?
We have a web page, we have an email address, and hopefully we'll get that put up for everyone.
We will have that on the screen for our viewers. Please be sure to write that down. Call the Chamber of Commerce. You are a chamber member. Thank you very much for your support. They are in our directory online at perrygachamber.com. And just remember, Living Waters Ministry. And we're going to wrap it up. How did the name come about?
The name comes from one of our favorite passages. It's out of John chapter 7. And there Jesus is at a very important ceremony. And the ceremony involves water. And he basically interrupts the ceremony and kind of shares that he is that living water that they're celebrating. They just didn't realize it at the time. And so it's just a passage that kind of has always been important to us. And we just felt like we were being led to use that as our ministry name.
Well, I like it. Living in your faith as well. Well, Kevin, Laurie, thank you again for joining us.
Thank
and
you.
letting the community get to know you better and your work here in the community. We're so proud that you're still with us here in Houston County.
I'm glad to be here.
And continuing your service
Yes, ma'am.
to our community and in a long way, still our country.
That's
Because
right.
if the foundational communities in our states are strong, then our country will stay strong as well. So
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
stay tuned. We're going to be back and get you informed about what's happening in the chamber in 2018. We've got a lot of stuff coming up real soon.
Chances are you recently bought or were given a new computer, tablet, mobile device, a smart TV, or some other advanced gadget like a Google Home or Amazon Echo. Yes, all the latest and greatest bells and whistles are certainly great to have, but Alexa won't be too helpful if your internet is too slow. Well, that's an easy fix. Stay on the cutting edge of technology by simply connecting with ComSouth for faster internet speeds. In fact, you can upgrade now and keep paying your old rate for a limited time. For more details, reach out to ComSouth in Hawkinsville, Cochran, Perry, Fort Valley, or connect to comsouth.net.
Hello, welcome back to the Perry Proud Show, the first edition of 2018. I hope that you had a great holiday season, a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year, and we are excited about things happening in the Chamber and in Perry coming into the new year. Aren't you, Bonnie?
We are. We're very excited about everything we have going on.
We are. We're excited, Perry Proud. We do want to thank Perfect Pair for their position here in Perry as the only television studio that I know.
We love the Perfect Pair and Megan.
We do. And ComSouth Channel 100 for their sponsorship and support of this program. So I want you to make sure that you tell them thank you as well if you enjoy watching this show, because we couldn't do it without them.
Or Kelly McWilliams, who we love.
Yes, with ComSouth.
She takes such good care of us.
She's in Rotary with me.
I know, I've heard that.
ComSouth is such good corporate citizens. They really support so many organizations in our community, and we do thank you for that.
We couldn't do what we do without people like that and businesses like that, could we?
You've got that right. We just ended a very successful Taste of Southern. Kudos to you, Bonnie, and your crew.
We
pulled it off.
We did hit records. Everything was bigger and better than last year.
We did. We had 800 people.
I know. 800
seated.
people.
Seated.
And they all had fun.
They did.
Yeah.
They had fun. It's a great night. Please go ahead and mark your calendar for 2018, the Thursday after Thanksgiving. I believe it's November 29th this year.
Always the Thursday after Thanksgiving.
That's right. Always. To meet us at Miller Murphy Howard at the Georgia National Fairgrounds. I promise you will not be disappointed. But thinking about 2017, we wrapped up a very, very busy year. How many events did we have?
We crunched the numbers and we counted up all the events that we did, and we did 180 events last year.
Whew.
That's with our staff of 3.5 to 2.5.
I'm telling you. I am telling you.
And 1,793 volunteer hours. So that's who helps us. All of those volunteers, over 1,700 hours
about
worth.
it.
Yeah. And they do it because it helps their business. You know, they get involved and help us put on all these events and do everything that we do, and it helps their business grow.
Well, and that brings up a good point. In 2015, we adopted our first ever motto at the Perry Chamber of Commerce.
Yeah.
It is grow business, grow community. We know that it goes hand in hand, and that's why we get the pleasure, and that's why we do the community events that we do.
Yes.
We partner very nicely, strong support of the city, have strong support of the fairgrounds, the Convention and Visitors Bureau. We work with our partners to really polish up and shine up and show off Perry, Georgia.
And we are so lucky to have this community as the community for that, because this community is so easy to promote.
It really is. And speaking in Chamber World, we've got an event coming up February the 8th.
Yes, our annual meeting.
It is our annual meeting. And even if you're not a Chamber member, you really should make plans to join us at 11:30 in the morning. We will be at the Board of Education Annex on Macon Road.
Yes.
for a wonderful meal and a time of celebrating the success
we
that
do.
2017 was.
We celebrate all of our volunteers and our businesses, and we give out a lot of awards.
We do. I'm so very excited. It's always a great time of the year in the chamber world for the staff. We get to say thank you to those people that have made a difference. Some of our awards here at the Perry Chamber of Commerce, we have the C.B. Hickson Award, and that's almost like a good citizenship.
It is, and 40 plus years the chamber has been giving away that event.
Wow.
That award.
Wow.
Isn't that amazing?
That is amazing. 40 years. Well, the chamber was born in 1955, so,
yes, so
that came
they've
on.
had that not too long after, and I think it gives just an ability to recognize the great people that we have here in Perry.
Right, because it is the people. It is the people that makes our community so wonderful.
Yeah.
And we do love that. We have the James Worrell Volunteer of the Year Award. Now, this is special to Miss Bonnie's heart.
It is.
Yes,
It makes me just so grateful, and I'd love to recognize one of the volunteers that did that 1,793 hours last year. So we will be choosing the top one, the Volunteer of the Year, and every year when that speech is being given, I about cry.
I know.
Because I'm so close to that person, whoever it is that wins. I'm just so close to them and so grateful to them because we could not do it without them.
Right. And they don't just do it for the chamber. They believe in the chamber because they're members.
They do.
And they believe we can help grow not just their business, though, but the strength of their community because they know that that's important for the success of their families and the success of their business.
Most people who put that much time in it are giving back to the whole community, and they see the broader picture of not just their own business, but if you grow up business, you grow up the whole business community, it brings you up. Rising
tides raise all ships.
Yes.
We do have our Standard Business of the Year awards.
Yes, we do, and that's exciting.
It is. That's one of the committees that I connect with, our Business Development Committee. They will choose from the 12 Business of the Months for 2017, and I assure you it's always a great award to give out, and they are typically very surprised because most of our business leaders are very humble and not looking for public acknowledgement.
Yeah.
It's always fun.
It is fun.
We also have Diplomat of the Year, another one very close.
Love that too. That our Diplomat Committee works throughout the year to help the chamber and to help other businesses and connect the board of directors and the staff with our membership. So they do a lot of things to just get out into the membership and connect with them, and they earn points for that. So that one is actually whoever has the most points, that's who wins, and they compete for that all year long. So it's a real...
Yes, they do. And that Diplomat group, I tell you what, we are very blessed. They created our Business Battlefield this past year.
Yeah, they did.
That was an amazing event. If you don't know about that, call the chamber. It'll happen again in September. It's growing, and a very exciting event. We also started a couple of years ago a Golden Nail award.
I love that award.
I do too. We've already gotten a list from the city, another one of our partners, about who has made improvements in the businesses of Perry, and so we'll be selecting and awarding those as well. And then we have some business leader awards that are always a very much pleasure to present. So I hope that you can join us on February the 8th. Again, it's at 11:30 at the Board Annex on Macon Road. But quickly, we're already in the throes of Dogwood.
We are. We've been in Dogwood all year long.
Yes,
like I've
we
said
are.
Before. We've got a lot of vendor applications already in-house. So we're filling up. We have all the food we could possibly need at the Dogwood Festival. So for the food vendors, we just don't need any more food. But we're still looking for unique arts and crafts items.
Well, you've done a great job bringing up and keeping that level of quality product at the Arts and Crafts Festival.
Yeah,
Thank you for that.
We are trying to do that. The committee, the special events committee, they do all the work on that, and we look for unique items, and it's kind of a delicate balance to keep the art, to make it more, to keep the level of quality up,
Right.
but also be kid friendly, family friendly, because the event is not high class art. It's more fun and have a good time. So we are looking for anything like that. I know some like fun interactive stuff for the kids to do would be cool.
Awesome.
You know, some stuff for guys. We're always looking for stuff that the guys can look at. And
They're so hard to
enjoy.
shop for anyways. And we always have our ultimate air dogs.
Oh, yes.
With the canine diving.
That's fun.
That's family friendly.
And you can bring your own dog down and
yes,
jump.
you can.
So,
yes,
yeah.
you can. So bring the little pooch on down, see what he'll do or she'll do jumping off into the water.
And I think that Alyssa Madden will let your dog jump off her dock at Canine Clubhouse.
Practice?
Yeah, to practice. So
Oh.
you might want to get in touch with Canine Clubhouse about that.
A little competition there. Get ready. The hot air balloon event. Be sure to watch the Perry Chamber of Commerce webpage. We are expanding that event. It is going to be better than it's ever been. Very, very community interactive. Can't wait to have all that unfold. We're just so excited.
Yeah.
So excited.
Yeah, big plans. We talked about that in extent last episode. So, yeah.
We are excited. I hope that your 2018 is already off to a very strong, very Perry proud start. Remember, grow business, grow community. Let us at the Chamber know how we can help you.